You all remember the story in the Bible of the prodigal son. Well, I have a story for you today about the prodigal daughter. Hi, I'm John Kuert, the interim pastor at Alpha Assembly in Clarion, Pennsylvania. Thanks for joining me once again for another heart to heart talk. And today is a great message about grace and forgiveness and forgetting the past and moving on. Well, Philip Yancey tells this story in one of his books. He's a great writer. He tells the true story of a prodigal daughter who grew up in Traverse City, Michigan. Discussed it with her old-fashioned parents who overact to her nose ring and the music she listens to and the length of her skirts. She runs away. She ends up in Detroit, where she meets a man who drives the biggest car she's ever seen. The man with the big car, she calls him boss, recognizes that since she's underage, men would pay premium for her. So she goes to work for him. Things are good for a while, life is good. But she gets sick for a few days, and it amazes her how quickly her boss turns mean. Before she knows it, she's out on the street without a penny to her name. She still turns a couple of tricks a night, and all the money goes to support her drug habit. Well, one night while sleeping on the metal grates of the city, she began to feel less like a woman of the world and more like a little girl. She began to whimper, "God, why did I leave? My dog back home eats better than I do." And she knows that more than anything in the world, she wants to go home. So she calls home 3 times and gets 3 messages on her answering machine at home. Finally, she leaves a message. "Mom, Dad, it's me. I was wondering about maybe coming home. I'm catching a bus on your way, and it'll get there about midnight tomorrow. If you're not there, I understand." Well, during the 7-hour bus ride, she's preparing a speech for her father. And when the bus comes to a stop in the Traverse City station, the driver announces the 15-minute stop. It's 15 minutes to decide her life. She walks into the terminal, not knowing what to expect. But not one of the 1,000 scenes that have played out in her mind prepares her for what she sees. There in the bus terminal in Traverse City, Michigan, stands a group of about 40 brothers and sisters and great aunts and uncles and cousins and grandmother and great grandmother to boot. And they're all wearing goofy party hats and blowing noisemakers. And taped across the entire wall of the terminal is a computer-generated banner that reads, "Welcome home." Well, out of the crowd of well-wishers breaks her dad. She stares out through the tears quivering in her eyes, and she begins her memorized speech. He interrupts her. "Hush, honey. We've got no time for that. No time for apologies. We'll be late. There's a big party that's waiting for you at home." And you know what, folks? It's just that story of grace, how God has his arms open toward each and every one of us whenever we go astray. And we need to have that kind of grace for one another as well. Grace needs to pervade all that we do. And I hope that that is something that we can all aspire to and do more of. Well, that's the rest of the story. Another prodigal story. And that's a great one at that. Well, thanks for joining me today, and I hope that you're having a great week. I hope you had a wonderful Easter, and let's look forward to some days ahead, and we'll just continue to crank out these little talks, these heart-to-heart talks, and hope that you enjoy them and are blessed by them. Well, have a great night, and Lord willing, we'll see you soon. Hopefully, maybe sometime at the church. You know all about it, probably by now. But we'll see you there. Bye bye.